Hi, this is Tom from Just One Pack, and short break in all the flesh and blood. We're going magic and throwing Eldraine because that was, if not a good set, then at least it was a good set. I think it was a good set. It was just maybe a tad overpowered. Oh, look at that! There we are. Now I'm laughing because that one is probably one of the most iconic pieces from this set. Red Cap Raiders, because Red Cap's just a cornerstone in the story. It's Goblin Warrior 3/2 for a red and 2. And when Red Cap Raiders attack, you may tap and untap non-human creature you control. And if you do, Red Cap Raiders get +1/+1 and gains trample until the end of turn. So, there we go. Flutter Fox. As long as you control an artifact or enchantment, this 2/2 for 2 is a flying bear in shape of a fox. Sure. It's quite cute. So, in limited, that one would work and that one will work. This one is just, this one has the most fun, no, not the most, a fun flavor text. My secret ingredients? Well, I can't tell you. But here's a hint. It's not love. And it just, I don't know if you can tell, but that's a hand sticking out of the pie. So I'm guessing it's a goblin. Anyway, bake into a pie, destroy target creature, and create a food token for yourself. So not only do you get rid of an opponent's creature, you also get oh, there it is. I was just wondering where that flare came from. Is that better? Not only do you get rid of a creature, you also get more mana. You also get life gain. Sure. 7 dwarves, which you can have 7 off in your deck. Even in standard, you could. Where the card limit is 4 usually, right? So this is a 2/2 for 2, 1 red and 1 generic, and 7 dwarfs get +1/+1 for each other creature named 7 dwarfs you control. Very on brand. Insatiable appetite for 1 and green. You may sacrifice a food. If you do, target creature gets +5/+5 until the end of turn. Otherwise, that creature gets +3/+3. That was hard to say. Sorry, the lamb just up there, just almost fell down. That's the huh sound. Mistfalled River Turtle, 1/5 turtle, which is not a defender, by the way, for a blue and 3 generic. Whenever Mistfalled River Turtle attacks another target, attacking non-human creature can't be blocked this turn, which is quite useful, at least in limited formats and in Popper, I guess. At least in our meta of Popper, because this one won't just die. It can take quite a beating, and another creature can get through. Silver Flame Ritual. It's a white sorcery, obviously, for 3 and a white. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. This one I have in my commander deck. I have a Celestia commander deck that cares about +1/+1 counters. I think I've mentioned that before. This one is in there because if that will ensure me that all my creature has +1/+1 counters on it, which is a benefit for me. And speaking of creatures, 1/5 creatures from before, not now, not a turtle, but a spider. And of course that is green. For 2 and a green, you get a 1/5 spider with reach. Not much magical than that. Merfolk Secret Keeper, a Merfolk Wizard. I don't know, but that mechanic where you can run it, when you can send it on an adventure and then still cast it, I think that is brilliant because I get 2 cards for 1 in every deck. This one has a sorcery, the adventure part of it, saying target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. That could be me if I'm running a sort of a Dimir deck with the blue and black, or it could be my opponent if I'm running a mill strategy. Maybe not Commander, but in other formats that could be doable. 0-4 for single blue. It's actually not a bad card. I'm going to put this over here because that, if this is my graveyard, I'm going to put it in like that because I might want to cast it later. This is a price griffin. For 4 and a white, you get a 3/4 flyer. Not much fuss about that. Just a fairly good card. Venerable Knight. So, Venerable Knight, and when it dies, it put a +1/+1 counter on target knight I control. Very limited in practical play. I don't think I've ever seen a Knight Matter deck outside draft. Nice. Beanstalk Giant, almost a staple in green decks, at least in the limited and in what was the standard form, at least where I played. For 6 and a green, you get a star giant. Power and toughness is equal to the number of lands you control. So if you put this in a green, mono green commander, that might be dangerous. That might be fun though. Wonder if you could get more like this. So usually when you do Lance Matters, it's like land walk or effects on that escapes me. Whenever land enters place, you have a trigger. This matters for lands in a different way, doesn't it? Why can't I remember what that called? Yeah, someone write it. I have to remember. Subscribe to this, press like, and tell me what that mechanic is whenever land enters the battlefield. Social library. So this is one of those two. Let's go back to the card. Where there's a sorcery, and this one, search my library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield, and then I'll shuffle my library. Hopefully that won't have to be a forest, but still it could be. We are still in uncommons, and this is the Wintermaw Commander, the Human Knight, because knights were a thing, as were goblins, and were giants, because that was a giant. Can't remember if giants were a thing as well. This is for white on black, you get a 2-star Death Touch Human Knight. Wintermaw Commander's toughness is equal to the number of knights you control. So whenever Wintermaw Commander attacks another target knight you control, gains indestructible until the end of turn, which is nice. And here's a rare. Gatwick the Wizened. Legendary creature, human wizard. For X and 3 blue, you get this 3/3 that says when Gatwick the Wizened, whatever, enters battlefield, draw X card. Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap target non-land permanent an opponent controls. That could be annoying in a hurry. And a mountain and a food token, of course. And a Friday Night Magic. And then, of course, a Merfolk Secret Keeper. I'm going to stick with that as the card of the day. So, that was it. Remember to like, subscribe, and put down in the comments what that mechanic is where the land enters. Anyway, that was it for today. Talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.